So with Instabug installed, something we kind of get for free, something that I'm really excited about is automatic crash reporting. Uh, Based on just installing Instabug, we're automatically getting that as part of it because it's able to detect crashes for us. So what that actually looks like in practice, if we look at the app here, what I've gone ahead and done is added a button that says make it crash. It calls this.cause crash. And this.cause crash is going to try to alert, and then it's going to try to access this.state.data.number. Now, data doesn't exist, it's undefined, so it's going to be undefined.number. That's going to throw an error that will cause a crash. And I've done this many times. Sometimes you're adjusting the way state is stored in a component or in Redux, and you're trying to access a property on undefined, which causes a crash. I want to know about that if it's happening in production. So this gives us a great way to actually do this. Now, before we actually go ahead and do that, something you need to note with Instabug, and this goes for using the JS exceptions that we talked about previously as well, whenever you're releasing code to production, and I've got a note on this in the actual lesson body, you need to make sure you regenerate those source maps for both iOS and Android. So if you're releasing through the App Store, make sure to do that. Get that updated source map file. That way all of your errors are properly pointed in the right place. Likewise, if you're doing an over-the-air update, you're going to want to regenerate that source map file so all of your crash reporting is actually pointing to the right place. To do that, we'll go to our terminal and paste this command in again where we're running React Native Bundle. Again, I would suggest putting this as a script in your package.json. Once it's done with that, we can then go ahead and go to the actual Instabug dashboard. We're going to go down to upload iOS.js files. If you're doing Android, make sure to do that one as well. And then I'll want to go to Finder. Rather, we'll just go here. We're going to reveal this in Finder. And then we can go to our Instabug dashboard, drag this iOS source map file in. And this is the updated one. This has my cause crash button in there. And that's important. We need to make sure we're using the correct source map files. So now we've actually gone ahead, updated it. We've got the most recent one. I'll press make it crash. And what's happening here is it's just making the app go completely unresponsive. I can't do anything with it anymore. So to actually get this report to show up, what we'll need to do is actually quit the app, which would likely happen if it crashes. And then once you reopen the application, this is when Instabug behind the scenes is going to take this crash report that it's captured and go ahead and send it to the Instabug servers. All right, and after waiting a couple of minutes for the actual crash report to show up within Instabug, we can see we've got the crash report here. So it tells us we've got a crash. Oops, let's go back. We've got a crash, type error, undefined is not an object, evaluating u.state.date.number or .data.number, which already could kind of point us somewhere, like we could use that to Google it. But based off the source map files that we uploaded, it tells us app.js, line 62. So if we go back to our editor, or in app.js, go down to line 62, and then it points us exactly where our error occurred. So that's something that I found really, really powerful and nice about Instabug, is it's giving us not only that a crash happened and kind of whatever error was thrown, which we would have seen in development in like a red box error, for example, but it's also telling us exactly where that is. So say we refactored a bunch of data to a new structure and this.state.data.number was used in numerous places. It's telling us the exact line where that error occurred. And that's just something really powerful. It's a great insight to have into your application so you can preemptively start fixing bugs before you have to depend on users actually reaching out to you to fix that bug, which they won't always do. So that is crash reporting with Instabug in React Native.